Good morning.
Morning everyone.
Welcome back to the finger.
Yes indeed, and it's a beautiful day. It's cold it is.
Cold but clear blue skies, so we don't mind as long as we've got some sunshine.
It's not raining, we've got plenty of sun, yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're on in this exciting episode.
More pointing for me. I'm going to finish this bit along here, and then that's all the pointing in this room at least finished.
This room.
So I can then crack on with the lime washing and varnish oiling the ceiling. So yeah, I should get that done today, no problem. What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm gonna carry on working on our handmade wooden kitchenette here. I've got to fit the hob, that's got to be dropped in there on that side. Build a little pop-up bit to give us extra workspace on that end. Trim around the tiles, make a door, 2 doors in fact. Yeah, quite a bit to do on that. But we're actually doing really well. We're progressing really well. And then when all those bits are done, then we can get the floor done. That'll be a day.
Absolutely.
So, yes, we better just crack on. Right, okay, Shannon's on with the pointing, finishing that bit off. I've unpacked the hob, very nice it is too. But, I didn't know, it's actually got a mains connection on it for the igniter. All the ones I've seen in the past were battery. So, that means I need to put another socket in under there, which is not what I expected, or what I wanted. But that's going to be my first job. I can tap into the one that I put in behind the wine rack for the fridge. So I'll get that done first.
God, I thought this bit would be easy because there's lots of big stones. In fact, when I got up here, there's a couple of nice big stones, but this was actually the render that was underneath this plaster. It didn't look very nice at all, so I'm having to put in a few stones, but my mix is not the best today. Sometimes it's perfect and other times it's not good, and it's been a real struggle, so I will be so pleased today to finish this.
Speaking of epic struggles, I've got my socket in the back of the cupboard there, behind the drawers, in the dark obviously because we've got to have the power off. But yeah, we're getting there. All I've got to do now, the wire's in, you just wire it up to my other socket, which is inside there. Well, that was a bit of a mission, but the socket's in, it's tucked away safely behind the drawers where it's not going to get knocked with anything coming in and out of the cupboards, and the hob will plug straight into it. Bit of a setback, that wasn't expecting that, thought I'd done with all the electrics, never should have thought about it. But no, I'm done, it's all sorted out now, all connected up, it's bounced off the back of this socket round here, all tidily out of the way. So I can carry on now and get my hob cut out. Exciting stuff this, isn't it? Right, so same as the sink, I've just dropped it in place. I'm going to draw a line round the bit that needs to fit through, all the way around, drill a hole in it and cut it out with the jigsaw. Brilliant, yeah, let's do it.
Yay, the pointing's finished. Just got to wait for it to dry now and then brush it off. I've tried to fill up the hole in the ceiling. I don't know whether you can actually see that, but I've got some more left that I'm keeping. Let that go off a little bit and then I'll keep feeding that slowly, because otherwise if you try and put a big lump in, it just falls down, usually all over my head and face. So in fact I've not checked if I've got mortar all over me, so excuse me if I have. But I'm so happy I can get on with the lime washing now.
Right, so here we go, cutting out the sink. I've drilled a hole in each corner just to make it easier for myself, and all I'm going to do is join up the dots. I've drawn a line on it, you saw me round the thing, and cut it out. And yeah, I just called it a sink once again. It's a hob, a cooktop, not a sink. The sink's over here. I'll carry on. So nearly there, the end bit, I'm just going to hold it up underneath. chopping board to be. Right, let's see if it fits. Oh, snug as a bug. Lovely, look at that, very nice. So there we are, a hob and a sink. The hob's on the left. All ready. I can pop them out now and get all that top sanded down, get it all cleaned up, hoover up all the dust, and yeah, on with the next step. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, that actually. We quite like that. What I might do first is this end, I'm going to put an extended end on there that's going to fold up and down to give us a ton of extra workspace. This actual cutout from the sink will be perfect. I'll have to use the other bits to make cutting boards out of. All I need to do is run it through the table saw, straighten all the edges up, and yeah, that'll just sit like that. Then when we need it, we just lift it up and we'll have a perfect little good bit of area. Fab. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do next.
Little update on Tabby. It was looking a lot better yesterday, but I think she's been scratching. It's all swollen and gungy again, so I'm going to try and clean it if she'll let me, and put some flowers of sulphur on it. We're back at the vet on Monday anyway. I did send a message this morning, but of course it's the Three Kings here in Spain, which is a Spanish Christmas day, and so nobody's working. And it's not an emergency. She's okay, she's eating, and but it does look very sore, poor baby. So I'll keep you posted.
So this is the piece I'm going to use for that fold up end. Because I cut it out with the jigsaw, it's fairly straight but not perfect. So I'm going to run it through the table saw to straighten the edges out. Right, so with that cut, my plan is I'm going to take this and fix it to here, a board's thickness down from the top. Hinges will go on there, then my new side will hinge down that way. I can't hinge it directly onto this because I need a space at the gap, because it's going to have a leg that pops up, that falls down as well, which will slot into something down there. And plus I don't want to see the hinges either, because if it's on the edge of there will be a gap when it's open, obviously. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is fix this onto here, this button, and I'm going to screw it and glue it, and then I can look at getting my top. I'm going to drop that on top and then fix the hinges to it. So first job, get this fixed on here. So here goes nothing. This is when you need 500 hands. I'm going to put a bead of glue on this. Then I'm going to attempt to clamp it in place. I'm going to put this on the top, it's the same thickness, just to get me level right. But the problem is with the glue, it becomes really slidey. So let's have a go. We pop him roughly where we want him, which is about there. Put them on top to get the height right. It slides about like crazy. That's pretty good, I think. Pop a clamp on him. too tight, so you'd even move them with the clamp. That's pretty good actually. Get a screw in it quick. Okay, there we go. Alright, perfect. Get one in here, quick, before it moves. That's it. And we'll have one in the middle for good luck. Shouldn't come through. This is 36mm in total, the screws are 30mm, so we've got a bit to play with. We can even bury the edges a bit. Right, I'll go and get the top piece now and see what it looks like. Okay, that's going to be pretty nice on there, I think. Trouble is, there's a flaw in my system. I wanted to put a fold out leg under there that would hold it up so it'll fold out, and then when it goes down the leg will fold in, but because that's obviously that distance is going to be longer than any distance I can get here, wherever I put it, I need to make this thicker, because the leg is going to have to be a bifold leg, if that makes sense. So I'm going to cut another piece and add it onto that. I am just making this up as I go along, but it will work in the end. Okay, so the second piece is on now. Sometimes what you think, just the simplest ideas with the simplest job turn out to be quite complicated. So now I've got enough space behind when that's dropped down to have a folding thing that'll just pop out. Hold it in place. Oh, that's the theory anyway. We'll see. We'll work on that in a bit, but I've got the idea. So I need to get this top fixed onto here now. Somehow I've got to levitate it. I'll probably clamp a piece and hold it in place to support it while I put the hinges on. Right, so I've fixed my hinges to my wood. Now I need to prop this in position where I want it. Out there, I've got a suitably sized chair and piece of wood. All I've got to do now is try and get the hinges in from underneath. I think what I'll do, I'll just stick a clamp on this one and then try and screw them up from under there. That should work. Let's give it a go. If I get that clamp well in that way. Oh yes, it'll just reach. Right. Soon get one in. The challenge is now then, right, those screws are going to be too long because they're 30mm, they're going to come through the top. I shall find some shorter ones. It's all great fun, this is. Right, I've got some 15mm screws. Try again. Up. There's one in there. Check it's lined up there. Get one in this side, hopefully. There we go. Right, I'm going to test it first to make sure it's alright with it. Just then I'll put the other screws in after. Oh, so far so good. That's not bad, is it? Right, excellent. Yeah, I just need to devise a way now to put a hinging thing on it. Okay, we'll have a look. Right, now, so I've put the rest of my screws in these hinges, and I've made a stick, the hinges. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix it to this end on the hinge, and then put a block of wood on there for it to sit against on this side here. So when we come to close it, you just put your hand under there, lift it, you'll be able to hold it up, and in theory it should sit down like that. And then when you open it up, that'll drop down into place and hold it up like that. Right, I'm going to fix it to this somehow. I should have done it before I put this on really, but I didn't know. So I'll get that done. Right, so there we go, it's done. I hinged it on this end, and I just put a block of wood on down there. So we want to fold it up, it just folds up like that. And the same as folding down actually. When we fold it down, he just goes in there, and that just snaps in there like that. Looks like it's got a bit of a warp in it actually. I might put a brace under it, I don't know yet. But for now, it does the job. It's a bit of an additional worktop. Just need to sand these corners off, make it a bit rounder to match the others. And then carry on with the rest of it now. Alrighty, so what's next? This worktop all needs sanding down. I need to take out the hob, they're not fixed in, and the sink to get it all sanded smooth. When you wipe it with a cloth, it's just got a rough texture and it grips on the cloth. So we're going to sand that down smooth. Then I need to trim these tiles and find a way of doing that. I need a big 2 doors for the cupboard here, and then we're going to start on the floor. We've got these very interesting handmade clay tiles, stones, I don't know what you'd call them. We came out of a wall downstairs, and we've got another wall downstairs as well that's got to come out if we need any more. Then we're going to put these on the floor all around the hearth. So the hearth's going to come like round in front of the fire and then run off in that direction, so all this lot will be stone. Well, we're going to use stones like we've got here, but these are actually a bit lighter, which will probably be better on these old floor. And then it's going to be floorboards all this area here. So I think the next thing to do is to get this top sanded down. I can make the doors at any time, we don't need them at the minute. We get that sanding down, there's a couple of bits here that just need sanding off as well, make it all nice and smooth and shiny. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. Sharon's not actually with me today, as you probably gathered. She's had to go big shopping day, pick some things up, running errands and stuff, the usual sort of thing. Hence the reason I've struggled with this on my own. But when tomorrow Sharon's going to be cracking on with this lime washing, and we need to get this ceiling oiled as well. So if Sharon can get the ceiling oiled and the lime washing done while I finish off these bits here, then we're ready to do the floor. Because obviously we don't want to start doing the floor if we risk dripping things and splashing things on it and whatever. I know in the future the floor is going to be down, but we'll try and minimise it as much as possible. Right now, there's no point putting the floor down and then having to cover it up to do all the rest of the work. So that's where we're at. So the next phase of operations is to get this top sanded down. I'm going to run it over with an 80 grit first, and then a 120 grit after, get it all nice and smooth. I just need to move these out of the way. Then when it's all sanded, we can get it oiled. I can get this out, it was a good fit. And then look at the trim, probably in that order. Oh, perfect fit that. Right, so I'll get these out of the way and crack on with it. So there we go, all clear. It works, let's go. Alrighty, pretty good, it's all sanded, it's all nice and smooth, still dusty even though I just hoovered it all. What we're going to do now, let the dust settle and then wipe it all down with a damp cloth to get rid of all the dust, and then probably get a coat or something on it. Yeah, nice all that. And so yeah, nothing I can do for a few moments until there's dust everywhere now, stupid boy. Okay, so I've just been toying with what to finish this top with, and we've actually got some wax, which we got for the floors originally, but we used linseed oil on the floors, which works brilliantly. We're using linseed oil on floors as well. If it ever gets any wear marks on it, you just touch it up. It's as easy as that. But we've had it on now, must be 6 months or so, and you can't even. You know, it's not even worn at all. So I've only got a little tin, but if maybe you can see that and make it out clearly, absolutely beautiful, and not dissimilar colour to the linseed oil when it's done. You can tell what it does, and this stuff's supposed to be very, very good for worktops. It's a total waterproof wax oil thing they call it. I'm not going to name the brand unless they want to send us some more. But yeah, so I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna leave it now overnight to let all the dust settle, and then wipe it down with a damp cloth. Then we'll have to obviously let that dry super thoroughly, and then get this coat applied. We're going to linseed oil all the rest of it. But it's just for the actual work surface, because it's got better water repellency apparently. It's just very, very good. Even though linseed oil is very good for worktops as well, this stuff's supposed to be a little bit better. And it's also made of natural oils as well, similar to linseed oil, just not linseed oil, and it's got some wax in it too. That's about all I know really. So that's the plan going forward. Right, okay, so we're about at the end of another video. Sharon's on with oil in the ceiling, yep. gloves and pot at the ready. Hopefully, yeah, we're doing alright. Hopefully, by the end of the next video, when you see the next video, which is going to be on Thursday, we still got confused with all this. The worktop and the cabinet here will all be finished, and the walls will be finished, and the ceiling will be finished. Yeah. We can't promise that. I've actually got to go working on Tuesday. We're building a steel roof, steel work for a roof on a building. I'm going to help my friend out who needs a hand on that day. But yeah, all I've got to do next is get this top all waxed, oiled, get this all oiled, the whole rest of it. Get the doors made, trim off the tiles. Should be able to do that. Sharon's going to oil the ceiling and whitewash the rest of the walls. Yeah. So we're going to crack on with it. We hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed watching our progress, following our progress. If so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Little button down there. If you check the bell, select all. YouTube will notify you every time we upload a video, which is Thursday. Thank you, Steve. Thursdays and Sundays. It's all new to us, this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the subscribers. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And thanks to all the people, of course, that have supported the channel. We'll see you on Thursday.